Good morning, beautiful humans, and welcome to the video. I am really excited about this hunt because this is the first time I have been requested to find a lost ring. A friend of mine who lives in a reasonably nearby town, about 45 minutes drive, apparently her son lost her grandmother's wedding ring on the front lawn of this house, and she has asked me if I can find it for her. What an honor this is, and what a responsibility. I'm taking this really seriously and putting my new simplex through its paces. At present, I'm hunting in all metal mode, and it's interesting. I mean, it zings and sings and makes really loud noises, and sometimes it's just iron, but I can discriminate with my eyes by just looking at the display, so that's kind of neat. Anyway, when I do find a target that isn't iron, I check it in other modes and see what I've got. And I'm still being fooled by bottle caps and things like that because the settings are very different from the Fisher F44. Anyway, less jabber and more hunting. But first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the building. This house was built about 25 years ago. It's not an old house at all. And the owner has lived here from the beginning. So she told me that there hasn't been any extensive yard work in that time. The ring has been lost maybe 15 years, so I expect it'll be down an inch or two. I've taken 2 or 3 swings so far, and we'll see what else comes up. Presently, I'm enjoying a nice cup of tea, thanks to my friend. It's cold today. That's nice. Yep, it's almost the end of October here in Ontario, Canada, and I'm beginning to see my breath. So the hunting days are not long, but I'm making the most of it with my new machine. So stick with me, and we'll see if we can find this ring. That would be awesome. Stay tuned. I'm going back to hunting as soon as I finish my tea. Cheers. On to the next. My first target was a bottle cap. This one's a little more interesting. It's the end of a dog leash. And the owner does have a dog, so that doesn't surprise me. This one still works, not like the one I found at the beach the other day. Let's move along. This signal was in the 80s, so let's have a look together and see what it might be. Oh, it's deeper. Time to pull out the drop cloth. Okay, let's get digging. Shush. Oh, it's in the clod. It's in this mystery ball. Let's break it open. It's in here. What is it? It's a muddy piece of something. I do believe it's just rusty iron. Good grief. Oh, it's got a little hole in it. I'm going to switch off for a minute and rub it on the towel. Just a second. It is iron. It sticks to my magnet. It's whatever that is. Any ideas? Comment below. More in there. And excavating we will go. Oh my goodness. Oh shoot, I scratched it. This is my first ever dog tag. Oh, I wish I hadn't have scratched it. Darn it. Here, let me rub it on the towel really quick. Gethome.ca, if found, call 1866, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what it says on the other side. Just a second. 2011. My very first dog tag. Oh, I wish I hadn't scratched it. Oh, well. I'm going to see if the owner wants that, if there's a memory attached to this. If not, it's going to go in my collection. My very first dog tag. Yay! Ticking that off the bucket list. Normally I wouldn't film can slaw, but look at this. This pop can was sealed when it was dropped and then shredded. This was right down at the join between the topsoil and the clay. So my thinking is that one of the workers set down his pop and then it got covered over. That's very cool. Moving on. I should have known better than to dig a 7 signal. I only dug it because it wasn't 4, and I'm still learning the machine. Boy, you could say that this plug really screwed with me. Well, it seems to me that 75 is a copper reading here on the Simplex. Working in all metal, this gave a really good yelp. And I thought perhaps I might be on the way to a copper penny, but I've got even more copper than that. I'll take it. Now I've dug a nice big plug in case it's something good. Let's see what we have. What? Okay, I'll give it a couple of scoops. Oh boy. Is it that deep? It must be huge. I wonder what it is. Hang on, I'll get down to it and then switch back on. I don't believe it. A nail ringing up 95 and 96? That's crazy. I'm going to recheck the hole with the detector. The joke's on me. I was picking up my flashlight. Lame. Well, I found my friend's water main. Can't dig it up. Here's my first coin. It is a Canadian penny. It appears to be either a zinc or steel penny. And I've lost my little magnet that I usually carry on my pouch, so it's somewhere in this yard. Maybe that was the mystery signal that I never did find, that 95 signal. Oh well. First coin of the day, and it's a stinky zinky. This was a weird mid-tone signal bouncing around the 40s and 50s, and it went down the full length of my pinpointer. What do you suppose it was? Somebody's lunch packet. Deep foil. Again, that would be from when the house was initially put in. Wow, that sounded more interesting than it is. Carrying on, no ring yet. It's coins bill, ladies and gentlemen. There's a quarter. Which looks like, what, 2006? Cool. Okay, and there's still one more signal. Here's my second coin of the day. It looks like a 2005 dime. But I think there's something else in the plug. So I'm going to continue to dig. Do you see what I see? Roundness and shininess in the hole. It's another quarter. Oh dear. The queen has a spot on her cheek. It's rusty, so that means it's a modern clad, which wouldn't surprise me considering the other two coins were from the mid-2000s. And this one is a 2012. So that's 60 cents in one hole. I'll take it. This gave me a good screech. It's another water main cover of some sort. Well, I've been here a couple of hours and I've done a grid of the front lawn in one direction. No ring. But there's still the boulevard, a bit of side lawn, and this little bit between the two driveways. I am not giving up hope. I'm working on the strip between the two houses now, and this is a spill of sorts. I've got 2 nails, a screw, a bottle cap, and whatever this is. It looks like it was plated with brass or something. I don't know what that is. It might be aluminum. Like I said, I've lost my little magnet, so I can't tell iron from not iron. Anyway, that was a weird and funky signal, so I had to dig it. I'm essentially digging everything that isn't overtly iron. This almost looks like part of the very first thing I dug. I don't know. If it is, it really got flung by the lawnmower because the very first thing I dug was way over there. I also found this in the same hole. It's a bracket for something. Any ideas? Oh, this is awesome. This rang up 85, 86, 88. I think it's a Hot Wheels. What a super looking little car. Oh boy, I love getting cars. Hubby loves it too. Oh, I don't know if it is a Hot Wheels. How cool is that? I would like one of these full size for my birthday. Oh, I just blew a wheel. Shoot. I know Plugmaster Ford always says don't unpack the wheels in the field. Oh, it's a 2-seater. How sweet. Darn it. Maybe I can glue the wheel back on just for display. Anyway, I'll show that to the homeowner. It might belong to her son. Cool. Another coin, and this time it's a 1974 nickel. I was sort of expecting a bottle cap, but it wasn't jumpy enough. I'm working the boulevard now. There's my chariot. And I can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. I have found another dog tag. This one belongs to Max. And the owner's telephone number is on the back, so I am not going to show it to you. But I think I will call it and see if they want it back. I have no idea how long this one has been here. The first dog tag I found, the green one, belonged to the owner's former dog, whose name was Tucker, and he was a golden retriever. The owner's present dog's name is Leo, and I haven't met him because he's kind of reactive. So to keep him calm, I haven't gone into the house at all. And I'm not going to knock on the door either. I'm going to text her. So Max lost his tag. Maybe I'll be able to return it. Wouldn't that be cool? Still no ring, but maybe I can do a return with Max's dog tag. I'll still keep hunting. Max is going to go in the pouch. Here's my first pull tab, and boy, it's a keeper. Right next to Mr. Wormy. Still no ring. I'm beginning to think I won't find it. Look at all these tiny little mushrooms around this old stump. Here's my finger for scale. They're tiny. Welcome back, beautiful humans, to my roundup for the hunt for my friend's grandmother's wedding ring. Unfortunately, I was not able to locate the ring, and I searched very diligently, but I just did not find it. I'm kind of disappointed in that, but my friend was very philosophical about it, and she thanked me very much for the effort. So I did find lots of fun stuff, including a couple of bucket list items. So I'm not going to inflict the trash on you. There were lots of bottle caps, some deep foil, and some can slaw, large chunks of can slaw, which probably came in when the ground was initially being graded for the house build. So the more interesting things I'll show you here. I don't know what this piece of iron is. It's obviously a bracket for something. One of the rivets is gone. One is still there. And it has this nifty pin, so I don't know what that might be for. If you can tell me, please let me know. I also found 4 of these gigantic screws. They're big flathead screws. And they were all in about the same place. So I don't know whether they fell off one of the pieces of equipment or whether they were brought in with the fill. Mystery screws. This had me wondering the fact that there's this little hole in it and there's this thin piece of metal and then there's a thicker sort of binding on it, kind of like bias tape on the edge of a seam in clothing manufacturing. But I think now, looking at it, that it might be part of a razor blade for a scraper. That's my guess for that. For aluminum, I found the giant pull tab. What that's from, I don't know. This was literally the only aluminum pull tab I found on the lot. And a piece of aluminum offcut of something, gray on one side, beige on the other, probably from Soffit. I found this thing, which I don't know what it is. It's got 2 threaded ends, and then this piece of what looks like brass-plated copper crimped around it. No idea. Help me out. Another very satisfying piece of copper. Still no idea what it is. It's obviously the edging off something. There's the profile. I love the color copper goes. This too, I think, might be copper. It's pretty light, but it's got the color. Again, I don't know what that's from. It folded over something, obviously. Found the end of a dog leash. My owner has a dog, has had several dogs. This is fairly recent, though, this break. Bucket list item number 1. My very first dog tag. And it's not going to focus for me because I'm covering part of it up. A 2011 rabies vaccination tag. And unfortunately, I kissed it with my shovel. But this is my first dog tag, and my friend says it belonged to her dog Tucker, who is no longer with us. Tucker was a golden retriever. And my second dog tag, no dog tags for a whole year and a half of digging, and I get 2 in one yard. Max does not belong to my friend. This was in the sidewalk strip, so Max belongs to a neighbor, and there's a phone number on the back that I won't disclose, and I think I might phone it and see if they want Max's tag back. If not, I'm making a start on a collection. Super nifty little car. Oh, I love this little thing. It doesn't have, oh, it is a Hot Wheels. Okay. It is a Hot Wheels. I couldn't tell in the field because it was dirty. Let's see what this says. 60, no, 50, 58 Corvette. Oh, I love this little car. It's lost almost none of its paint. Unfortunately, it's lost one of its wheels, but there it is, so I think I can glue it back. It might not spin anymore, but who cares? This is going to look great on hubby's display cabinet. And the hood still lifts up, disclosing the engine. Yeah, I'm thrilled with that wee car. And I found some coins. A 2000 and heaven knows what steel penny. Yuck. No way of getting a date because that big pit is right over the date area. It just says 2000. Whoop. So there we go. The poor queen is hiding under a cloud of rust. A 2006 quarter with some rust. But I can probably scrape that off. The front still looks bendable if I hand it to somebody that way. A 2012 quarter that's fared much better. The queen has a zit. And a 2005 dime. It's got some scratches on it from being underground and a bit of rusting around the rim, but still I could spend that. And a 1974 nickel. So where did this come from? All these coins are dropped since the house was built, but this one sure wasn't. 1974 nickel, and look, it's been dinged a few times. I love finding nickels, especially when they look like that. So there you have it, my friends, the beginning of a dog tag collection, another nifty little car for hubby's display cabinet, and yeah, a few coins, 65 cents, and a nasty old penny. So until next time, here's Auntie waving goodbye, and I'll see you soon.